All right then. Go.
Closure.
All right then.
Let's go.
All right then.
To do. Wow.
Hey, listen. Hey.
Well, I did not realize that
Hello there.
my mic was turned off this whole time. Anyway, welcome back here with host most StarBornFeline here. We're picking up with Metaphor Refantazio. Really quickly, Iron Abacus, Superior Rusted Armor. Okay. Okay, not too helpful.
What now?
I didn't even notice we had a superior item on board. Damascus Vest, we lose a little bit of... There you go. That's you. Okay, there you go. Anyway, so... originally I was trying to go do a event with Brigetta, but it's not letting me, so I've messed something up quite badly. So we are instead going to go over here.
Let's go.
And do an interaction with the old man. We're just going to skip him, but it's not letting me, so... I don't know how far off this is going to throw me, but hopefully not too badly. I can probably adjust... Still in these, and we'll probably adjust a little later. Ah, the from the Elder, I'm glad to meet again. I believe we're in the middle of a story. Would you care to hear the next part?
What do you want to do?
Even to the old gentleman again, your imagination probably improve.
My thanks.
Lovely. Let's head to the tavern. I'll pick up the Dale. So regardless of what happens here, we are going to be able to just more or less adjust. So after this, for the next few days, it is just story, and then we can just go from there. Let's see. I believe we left off with my ancestor being unable to find the Juice Fairy to thank her for saving his life. We hit a bit of a time skip here. The next part concerns my grandfather. Bear with me. My grandfather was also a mischievous sort. One day, he too ventured into the Forbidden Cave and became hopelessly lost.
Awful.
Wow, mischief really does run in the family. So it does. Anyway, I lost in the dark. What did my grandfather find? A fairy, of course. She was beautiful, just the fairy as his grandfather had described. He knew right away it was the same fairy. Again? I'm not going to help you this time, said the fairy, rolling her eyes. My grandfather blood out confused. What? It was the first time he had ever been in the cave, after all. Then the fairy said, don't blame me if you can by the beast. And that was when my grandfather realized the fairy was mistaking him for his grandfather. The boy talking, thinking I was long gone, I'm his grandson. He said, the fairy considered this for a moment and said, you people die so young. The fairy let my grandfather out of the cave like she did his grandfather before. This whole time he kept his grandfather's regrets in mind. But before she finally turned to her and said, thank you for helping my grandfather. If you're wondering if the story will repeat, I doubt it. My family has had to leave the village when my grandfather grew up. So I'm sure you appreciate how amused I found it to find a fairy here, Grandtred. My family fate seems tied to the fairies. Well, I'm glad your family got closure in the fairy. And meeting you like this, who knows? Maybe it really is fate. Okay. How about the curious part of the fairies playing in your fate? I feel like my imagination has improved.
All right.
Still vapid,
Well,
but better
then.
than before. So I'll go back to the others. Alright, so I'm gonna meet myself here because the next part should just be story.
The disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty?
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me?
If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
You're kidding.
Where? Maria got. Wait, no.
All right then.
Okay, let's sit there. There's not much for us to do right now. I've got all the other stuff done, so.
I don't care who gets it.
Let's see what's going on here.
What now? All right then.
It's right here. Why?
All right then.
What is it?
Does one have to go out, or?
Now, how did I wind
Charting
up
district
here?
are on the rise. It's not surprising, considering all the folk coming here for the royal funeral. However, Armstrong was. Nope.
Come on, Sid.
This isn't supposed to be here, but.
Haven't properly finished mourning him. Haven't even properly finished mourning him.
All right then.
Yeah, it says it's supposed to be right here. Am I supposed to maybe head out?
Come on, Sid.
Wait!
Let's look around the city first before going outside. There's some places we still haven't searched yet.
Come on, Sid.
Okay, I guess we try and find someone to talk to.
I'm just I'm just
This will panic, but human, this rumor spring chap who wields particular magic. Heard about from guards. That's about us.
Give it a fool, I say. Who else?
Oh, what about you? You look a little bit.
Indeed.
All the lords and whatnot, no matter where you go with this country, constantly hound us for their taxes. Our fortunes, nay, our very freedoms, being plucked right from our pockets. It's probably not our theft, not outrage you. Sure, they are tonight. How do you agree? What this country needs is complete elimination of taxes. They need to reform the government guided by my hand, so I shall go after the throne myself. You do that, Fred. Unfortunately, as much as I hate taxes, that to some degree they are needed. The problem is, like, they often get abused or misused.
You little bastard. I can't believe it.
Close here, roll.
I can't believe it.
It says.
That damned Louis.
No, I was trying to skip around the thing, but I crossed the boundary. Dang.
stop that at once.
All right then.
So foolish.
Let's
What
see.
should I do?
Tournaments?
In?
This is all right, and I wind up here.
Really now?
Fools, the other time in town.
Well, Farrell will never find my back, so. Oh, are we?
Fools, the only game in town.
Oh. So that's a boundary point, so we can't cross there. Gotcha. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Say anything new today?
Oh there. Until we meet again.
Not today.
It's quite...
Fools, the only game in town.
Let's see.
Welcome.
Alright, we have a bunch of stuff we can sell here.
Now then.
I will say this, my grind session also turned out to be a fairly good, decent money session. Because that was almost 3K, or that was like 29K right there.
What should I do?
So foolish.
Oh, Let me lower the volume for my TV. I realize it might probably coming out that my mic gets double. I raised it a little bit earlier. I was trying to get some stuff figured out. Forgot to turn it back down,
So foolish it arouses great pity. That's terribly unfair.
Intro, let's see. I already don't know what I need to look for.
Closure.
Life, good bear. Try you. We got some anti-alien stuff just in case. Oh, actually, you know, over here, we might as well just pop in real quick. Wow, I feel out of place. These are those are words of our associate Brigida calling herself, with being accused. Allow me to help you in finding and medicine your needs.
You have my thanks.
Those who see duty through completion should be fully compensated. These wares are yours to pursue from now on. Thanks for sharing. With membership, I can now make use of the Magnetic Shop. Nothing to praise. Let's see. Oof, these things are kind of expensive. I kind of want to get one of these. Dark and light are just really good to have on hand. Multi-target light hack and then multi-target dark. Oh, that's why these are so expensive. They're multi-hit skills. I'll have to come back for those later. But yeah, that's actually generally just really good.
You little bastard, you.
Sanctifex Gordon.
Okay, let's see.
No, wait.
I generally don't know what...
All right.
What shall I do?
Hey!
There's a few bodies being burned around inside gates. I like to think it's because they took the desert Majula. Hopefully we can solve problems that's in and out of the city.
I'm in trouble. Haven't even properly finished morning.
See, I'm getting this. Only that we very soon we get some idea where'd you go. You're highlighted, so.
Close your eyes.
Thanks to the Royal Army, and Necromancer Rebellion has been quelled. Credits owed to Sanctificus Forden, who inspired presence rally the soldiers with the morale.
Close your eyes.
He's just typing up the guy.
That's terribly
The other big competitor to Luis we have to face off against. Today was playing some launcher parts, whole situation quite a mess. It's like anything can happen now. What? The king on the throne.
I can't believe it.
Where else are we supposed to check here? Oh, darn you. Thinking of topics for time, Professor. Wouldn't it be country's best interest if we would become the next king? Referring to the candidacy throne, correct? Well, it's really present the most appealing opportunity. Well, I suppose I may design for some faction of my time to the matter. So this kind of problem should be child's play for someone of my intellect.
Sanctifex Gordon.
Yeah, he's not really that fit.
Give it a fool,
You think that you can figure everything out? Or it's definitely not supposed to be there. The number seemed less small. What I saw broke views much larger. If you buy a runner, make sure you get one that's as big as that one. That was Louise. Go on that runner. I'm not sure we can even afford this one as it is.
Hey, even properly finished morning.
Seriously, where am I supposed to be checking? Because
All right then.
quest marker indicates that like it's right here. but there's nothing here.
Come off it. Wait!
I really don't know where you want me to check. But these quests, I don't mind if they just give you a general idea, but like some kind of clue or hint would be helpful. I don't think I missed any details.
Terribly unfair. So foolish it arouses. Why? So foolish it arouses.
What should I do?
Some crown do the hero.
Take me for a fool, do ya?
Increase sectism.
Well then,
This is all right.
stop that at once!
What is on?
Okay. Not super helpful. This is just talking about what's going on and what happened at the palace.
Look at that.
Not super helpful right
All
now.
right.
Unstinking believable.
And went through you to the merchants. I don't know about that.
All right then.
Looks like the method is resolved, but that doesn't mean it's all over. You may be gone, but the monsters still over the palace. People say seem to be thinking State Art will do something about it. All bollocks if you ask me. How the hell are we supposed to deal with monsters like that?
That's enough now.
Huh, so the dungeon
All right then.
is technically still there.
Lots of ideas.
Unshaped row.
Stop that at once! You sound like a damn fool, you know that? Sorry. Hey!
Hello. Hey, we're looking for a girl. Have you seen anyone like that around? Can we have what? Oh yes, and I did see her. But Hop on looked a little sad. Struggling through the back alley. Maria, could she come to the cathedral? Okay, so we finally found clues. I don't know why the marks indicating somewhere completely different, but oh well.
I'm out of ideas.
Like I said, I don't mind if it
What
just
should I
gives you some idea, but still,
No.
it's not super clear who to talk to.
This is all right.
Hello there.
Do you know a little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the street alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked, not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many declares she gets. Well, that's that's troublesome. Oh no.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
It's our fault.
What? How?
You?
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. The birth does not matter. Prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book. Is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne. Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it will be easy, and the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
Do you think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
When you plan, we need to think fast. As an Elda, I'm the outcast of the city. I think that gives us an advantage here. We could enter the tournament for the throne.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit, but it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis' ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
If it's for Maria's sake.
I see.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I hear Curious' journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I'll admit I'm nervous, but...
Of course you are. Who'd not be in this situation? I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Pretty young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, Weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here. Are you not here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin, you can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old Castleton. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Okay, so this is an interesting start. So instead of going after a monster, we're going after a...
Look at that.
What troubles did we begin here? So let's take this Heisman one to the window. So, instead of going after a monster, we're going after there's kidnapper. Actually, that works out quite well. Devilman Bordard? That's rich, a mere fledgling. No history.
No, thank you.
Hold on. That's rich, a mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of. As a king, the idea makes me sick to my stomach. The ideal leader of the country is dignified at a great age, one with years of experience, and yet up at school children like you and Luis dare to. How does it matter? You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'd have to give you a eulogy at your funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too.
Hey!
Hey, would it be right to accept the bounty contract for Heisme? Heisme? You sure you can handle that? That can be a bit... We can't be held liable if you get yourself killed out there. Or not, one right? Either that or just green. Answer Martria. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
No deadline. Okay, that actually works out in our favor. Ooh, 100k in courage.
Let's call it.
That. Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to you for now.
No registration
No
issues,
registration
I trust?
issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll?
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight. Let's rest.
Okay, so we're good to go. Let's see.
Fancy a bit?
To a new iteration. Nope.
Now then.
My preparation to proceed without issue. Apart from one massive overturned uncertainty. Never mind, forgive my muttering. Just please do not be surprised no matter what we're presented with.
Don't push yourself
Our
too much.
partner, Maria will be certainly miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while. That's a plan.
Hello.
I'm sorry everything to bring health. It's much too boring just to spend my days at the inn. I'm going to see the so-called exhibition for myself. Goodbye, Elda. You do well to see the world too someday.
Hey.
I can ask Sabrina from map of Martria, and she gave me the... Hold on. Stop. Is she even the one from Geist's personal effects? Covers the main roads. We have found one in town, but military map always has more detail. Sabrina contracts can use your anchor to pay her back. Let's achieve our goal.
Yeah.
That last sentence was kind of weird.
Well met, eh?
Yeah, I'm seeing it for some time. I really like you, but so you like it here too? Then you're one of us. Well, whatever. And we're going. Be sure to come see Marie and Fabrina again. Not that it really is my concern, but the two seem to like you a lot.
What in the
Can't go for a single day without drink. All been dealt a shit hand life, haven't we? Other parts of town, they can't shut up about Louise or King. So let me ask you, even if a proper unsinning bloke takes the crown, is this gonna fill my empty pockets? No way in hell, I say. People all go about their ideas about what the country ought to be like, but at the end of the day, we'll never remember outcasts like us. I would like to do something else, but unfortunately, the game's telling us no, so I'm just gonna have to rest here.
Good night.
Can I come in?
You can't sleep?
No, that's not it. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two? so, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream 'tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo far beyond the shore.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden! I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together! Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. 'Twas bad enough Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
I ended up sending out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this part of the mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Whoa, what is this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
So like, just runner along the main road, then the others seem to be doing as much. You're just as great as this runner. I'll take that as a compliment, little lady. Now, let's have some coordination for a little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martria, Old Castle Town, I think. Should be way south. Okay.
This place here. Hold on.
Yeah, that is more where we want to go.
Let's see.
Give me a second to double check. Well, guess we just walk and head down that way.
Wow!
Here it is. Down to Madrina, eh? All this craft's legs, I'd say there'll be 4 days, 3 nights.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage. Surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed. Badly good. Now let's fix your bridges, caps. Full steam ahead to Madrina, Old Castle Town.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft.
This is a hell of a craft.
I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
She's our drive.
You're telling me that?
Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. Long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver. Convenient, that.
So this is what you used to talk with the So this is what you used to talk with driver. Convenient, that.
Look, old fellow, are you really on our side?
Really on our side?
You realize we don't have funds
to pay you.
Money?
Money? Ah, it's not in for the money, boy.
What I want?
What I want? Gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
It is a that, like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
This voice actor, I didn't even realize.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable. Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, 'tis rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... 'tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness... Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe.
How encouraging. All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
Well, if we die, we all die together.
Ha! The boy's bold as brass!
Tis not an invitation, you dolt. Eyes on the road.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Okay, so let's see here. Colorado has various areas for different activities, strategy room, lounge, and kitchen. You can also visit Academia to find more and interact with them. Let's do the engine first. Take your time and have a look around the way there.
Oh, yeah?
Been gone? Run. What kind of... Sorry, I've never been... Oh my gosh. I've never been a gauntlet runner. Kind of want to see what the engine room looks like. Okay, and we will do that in the next episode. This took longer than I expected, so we're just going to call it there. Now, thank you so much for watching. You all been an amazing audience so far. Hope you all have been enjoying this content so far and enjoying more of this game. For now, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and bell to be notified when videos when they come out. And like I said, share the content with people who might enjoy it, or just need a bit of background noise. But until then, this has been StarBornFeline signing off for now, saying have a great day, evening, where's times for it all, and remember to be kind. Try crazy tomorrow. So next time. Until then, StarBornFeline sign off now, saying goodbye.